You're watching Horizon League Basketball on ESPN3. And welcome to the Nutter Center along with Jim Brown. We got college basketball for you on a Sunday afternoon. It's winless Green Bay taking on the Wright State Raiders at 5-1. Raiders coming to this game, Coach Brown, having won 5 consecutive games. It's game 2 of the weekend series.
Well, yesterday's game when these two teams played was a defensive struggle. Both teams played great defense, and Wright State came alive late in the game and got themselves a win. You know, Green Bay's played 3 late games now, and they've been in every one of them and just lost them at the end. You see the starting lineup for Green Bay: Davis, Pipes, Stiebler, Claflin, and Thompson. Three freshmen in the lineup there.
And for Wright State, Jalen Hall, Trey Calvin in the backcourt along with Tanner Holden. Up front will be Loudon Love, and also on the wing will be Tim Finke. So we're just about ready for basketball here from the Nutter Center. Thompson, who played so well off the bench yesterday for Coach Ryan in Green Bay, will get the start. He will jump center against Wright State's Loudon Love. Yesterday, both teams struggled offensively early. We'll see what we get here this afternoon in game 2 of the weekend series.
Yeah, neither team shot 30% in the first half yesterday.
And the tap is controlled like yesterday from Love back to Trey Calvin. Raiders wearing their home white uniforms. Green Bay wearing their green. Here's Calvin inside on the nice dish from Love, and he lays it in. So Trey Calvin, who struggled yesterday, they have a play designed for him right there and got him going.
Well, you know, Loudon is an excellent passer. This is just a cut. He gets a screen by Tim Finke, and nice vision, nice screen, and you know what's overlooked in that situation is how Trey Calvin used that screen. He brushed elbows with Tim Finke and caught his man on that screen.
So Calvin gives the Raiders an early 3-0 advantage. That foul was on PJ Pipes. Top of the key, Thompson with the ball. Couple of dribbles, handoff now to Davis, who had 13 yesterday. Couple of points below his average. Stieber goes inside against Holden. He takes the dribble all the way to the far side of the floor. Now it's Pipes, their best three-point shooter, getting a screen inside the arc. Mid-range floater is good. It's 3-2 Raiders.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. He got a screen there, but that's still, he had a hand in his face. That was pretty good defense. Sometimes you play good defense and the other team just plays better offense.
Here's Calvin with it on the wing to Hall. Hall skips it over to Calvin. Left sideline Holden. Left corner, Finke. Finke dribble drive, goes inside, bounce pass to Love. Little short floater, missed it. It was blocked, I believe, by Thompson, and Green Bay comes up with it.
See, that's what happened yesterday. I don't think Loudon's used to getting shots blocked inside, and that was a great defensive play. We saw that a couple of times yesterday.
Amari Davis, who can shoot the 3, was 7-9 last weekend against Milwaukee. Here's Pipes from the left corner, and he gives Green Bay the lead now at 5-3.
Well, this is how Green Bay got started yesterday, and I said this yesterday in the broadcast. When you're playing on the road, it's so important that you get off to a good start. Get some confidence in your game.
Finke will try a straight-on 3, and he gives the Raiders a 2-point advantage. 6-5, a 1-point advantage, I should say. We played a minute and a half here in this first half.
Well, Tim kind of struggled yesterday. You know, he had a week off because of the injury he had up at Detroit last weekend, and was a little off his game yesterday, but he's a heck of a player.
Here's Stieber, patient with the ball to Davis at the free throw line. Leans in for the shot, missed it, but he did draw the foul. I think Jalen Hall will pick up the first personal. Coach Will Ryan, you know, it looks to me like he's kind of in a rebuild mode here, but 11 freshmen on his roster this year.
Yeah, poor guy came in, and, you know, I mentioned yesterday when he got the job, Link Darner, who had been there for some time and had quite a bit of success, was relieved of his duties, and a lot of players left. I mean, there were 3 returning players with eligibility left that didn't come back. So Will was kind of faced with a situation where he kind of had to start over. Now, fortunately for him, he had Amari Davis
who's shooting the free throws.
PJ Pipes, who decided to stay. If those 2 guys would have left, wow.
And Davis, the sophomore, makes both free throws, and seesaw game here early. Green Bay retakes the lead by 1 as we approach 18:08 to play here in the first half. Trey Calvin off the dribble at the free throw line, skips it right corner to Hall. Dribble drive with the left hand. Fade away in the paint is good. Jalen Hall with 12 yesterday. It's his first 2.
Well, that was an excellent move. And both teams offensively here have gotten off to a much better start than they were yesterday. I mean, yesterday Wright State was 3 for 18 from the field. Green Bay wasn't much better. Offensive, and this is what I expected. I thought both teams would execute their offense a little bit better today.
PJ Pipes out front. Claflin left alone for 3. He cannot get it to go, and the rebound is taken down by Loudon Love.
One thing Wright State did yesterday well is they limited Green Bay to 1 shot.
Finke in transition. His 3 is off, and the rebound to Love. Love finds Jalen Hall, takes the 3. Gets a screen from Love on the wing, throws it back out front to Calvin. Calvin fakes the three, down and low to Love. Love on the right lane line against Thompson. Tries to go up and under. He can't. Throws it over to Tanner Holden. Holden back to Finke with one to shoot. He'll fire it up. No good. It's a shot clock violation. So Green Bay exhibiting great defense there. They force the turnover.
That's great defense. There's Coach Nagy. He's in his 5th year at Wright State. Just done a phenomenal job. He's a 3-time Coach of the Year in the Horizon League, and he's got his Raiders off to a 5-1 start this year. Lost their first game, but have won their last 5.
Green Bay with the ball, trailing by 1, 8-7, with 16:50 to play in the first half. Pipes off the dribble, goes inside against Ludd. His layup is good, and Pipes early has 7 of the 9 Green Bay points, and the Phoenix take a 1-point lead.
Well, he's their best offensive player, he and Amari Davis. I mean, they both played well yesterday, and they're their 2 top scorers.
Love trying to get around Thompson, tried to force his way in, and a foul called on Thompson down on the left block. And that's his first and the team's second. Clock stops with 16:32 to play in the first. 9-8 Green Bay.
Well, they've made life difficult for Loudon Love down low, and Thompson, you know, for a freshman, he's physical, he's got some strength, and he's really bothered Loudon inside with his long arms.
Love misses the first free throw. He went to the line yesterday twice and missed both of those coming into this game. Loudon shooting 53% from the charity stripe. Substitution making his way into the game is Jem Kirchman, a freshman, 6'8", out of Bursa, Turkey for Green Bay. And Thompson will go to the bench. And the second free throw rims in and out for Loudon Love, and the Raiders still trail by 1 with 16:28 to play in the first half.
Yeah, that's one thing Wright State hasn't done well all season long is shoot free throws. They're below 70% from the line, and they've only had one half where they shot them well, and that was up at Detroit last weekend. On the second half, they were 20 for 23, but they've been pretty normal from the line. I mean, pretty inefficient from the free throw line.
For Raiders, good defense, but wide open is Kirchman, and he hits it straight out front for a 3. He hit a couple yesterday, and that gives Green Bay a 12-8 lead with under 16 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Tim Finke forcing it on the right block, and he had it knocked away and stolen by Pipes. Quickly up the floor, it goes to Davis. Davis goes in and off the glass for 2, and Green Bay on a run. They're up to a 14-8 advantage with 15:43 to play here in the first.
Well, they've had the ball 7 times. They've scored on 6 possessions, so they're offensively, they're playing really, really well here early in the game.
Here's Love, can't handle it. Another turnover. Claflin picks it up on the baseline.
Well, that was a careless pass by Jalen Hall, throwing it into traffic.
Green Bay shooting 83% before that miss here in this first half.
Well,
they're up by 6, and Wright State going to slow it down. Coach Nagy telling his point guard, who now gets it off to Hall. Hall down low, right block to Holden. Pump fake goes up, missed the shot, but he's bumped from behind, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2, and that foul will be whistled against Green Bay, and that's going to be against Kirchman, and that will send us to the under 16-minute break. So Tanner Holden will have 2 free throws when we come back, but Green Bay has run out to a lead of 14-8 with 15-12 remaining in the first half. Along with Jim Brown, this is Chris Collins. We're back here at the Nutter Center, and the Raiders trail Green Bay by 6. Both teams shooting extremely well here in this first half.
Well, the difference in the game has been turnovers. Wright State has 3, and they've only had the ball 9 times and turned it over on 3 of those possessions. That's a recipe for being behind, and that's exactly what they are. Green Bay hasn't turned it over yet, and as you mentioned, Green Bay has shot the ball really well, 5 for 7, 71% from the field. And when you're going on to the road, it's so important that you get off to a good start. And Green Bay did that yesterday, but this is a much better start here today, shooting the ball much better.
Tanner Holden hits the first of two free throws coming out of the media timeout. Holden yesterday 18 points to lead all scorers, made all of his free throws, and that's something he's getting better at as he makes both right there. He's 71% coming into this game.
Well, as a freshman, he went through a spell where he couldn't make them, and his dad is a former player, and his dad had a little meeting with him, and he just practiced. You got in the gym and practiced. That's all free throw shooting is. It's an individual thing, and there's no coaching involved in free throw shooting. It's just getting in the gym and practicing them until you can make. And there's Coach Nagy. We talked about him earlier, his 5th year at Wright State, and he's got a great assistant coaches. I mean, they do such an outstanding job. You know, I go to practice occasionally, and I'm just so impressed with how they work with the players and how they've done a great job of getting these guys better.
Coach, what happened on that last play? Jim Kirchman was called for a foul off the ball, and that is his second. So he comes out of the game, and Paris Taylor replaces him. So Wright State with the ball after the turnover on the offensive foul. Inside, we've got a now call go against Wright State, and it looks like Grant Basile will be called for the foul. So yesterday they let him play. Today a little bit different here in the first half.
Yeah, that was a little, I mean, they were chicken fighting with each other, and they caught Grant. I mean, yeah, you're right. Yesterday there were no fouls called. In fact, Wright State didn't shoot a free throw until the second half, and neither team shot very many for the game.
Well, Grant Basile got the cornrows going today. He does not have on the headband, as the officials don't know exactly what they were talking with the coaches about at this point, but we're now ready to play. It's 14-10 Green Bay, 14:50 to play in the first half. Pipes with the ball. He's got 7 points to lead all scorers on the floor.
That's a fourth turnover for Wright State. They've had the ball 10 times, turned it over 4 times. I mean, that's one thing you got to really clean up. There's a turnover.
Pipes shuffled his feet as he tried to get around his defender, so a turnover Green Bay. So the Raiders will have it with Basile, Hubrick's on the floor, along with Jalen Hall, Tanner Holden, and Trey Calvin. 14 fouls in this first half whistled against the Phoenix, 2 against Wright State. Calvin off the screen, throws it into the corner. Wide open, Jalen Hall for 3. It's off the mark, and the rebound by Pipes.
Good pass by Trey Calvin. Good recognition to find Jalen in the corner. And a pretty wide open shot, just got it off to the side.
Down low to Kellogg against Basile. He passes it underneath the basket to Anasong. He can't get it to fall. He battles for the rebound, puts it up, no good, and it's tipped over to Calvin.
That's a good job. He couldn't tip it. He couldn't grab the rebound. I'm talking about Jalen Hall there, and he tipped it out to Trey Calvin.
Pull-up jump shot, Tanner Holden. I'll tell you, his mid-range game has gotten even better this year.
Yeah, that's something a lot of players in today's game don't have, is that little mid-range jumper. Everybody wants to shoot the 3, but that little mid-range jumper, a little 15, 12-footer, can be very, very effective, and you're exactly right. I mean, he's excellent at that distance.
4 straight points from Holden. The Raiders trail by 2. Inside it goes, and the shot is up and no good by Taylor. Gets the rebound and puts it back up and in. Persistence for Taylor, gets his first 2. It's a 4-point lead for the Phoenix. Back quickly come the Raiders. It's Calvin, left baseline, throws it out to Holden. Holden head and shoulder fake, now gets it back to Calvin. The Raiders will reset against the Green Bay man-to-man. Jalen Hall swings it to Holden in traffic, puts it up and scores, and a foul inside, a blocking foul. What a tremendous athletic play by Tanner Holden.
Yeah, and what a great pass by Jalen Hall. I mean, you look at this pass here, he throws it on the move, and Tanner catches it in traffic, and the Green Bay player was there, but he was inside that restraining area, and Tanner was, he had the wherewithal to get it off the backboard and get it in. I mean, it's a great offensive play by his part, but just a really nice pass by Jalen Hall. If that pass would have been a little shorter or a little too far, it wouldn't have resulted in a basket, but it was just a perfect pass.
Stieber and Thompson are back in. Pipes is going to get a rest for Green Bay. And also, it's like Anasong coming out. Nope, it's going to be Kellogg. As Holden now will have a chance to complete the 3-point play. He does. It rattles around and through. So 7 for Tanner Holden. He will come out of the game, and Loudon Love is back onto the floor for Wright State. Tanner getting the congratulatory glad hand from his teammates and his coaching staff as he will have a seat for a short amount of time as we get closer to the under-12 break. Anasong feeds the left lane, line extended. This is Taylor. Taylor bounce pass. He tried to get it to Stieber. It was knocked out of bounds. Apparently it was last touched by Green Bay, so it's a turnover for the Phoenix. Again, Claflin is back in. And let's see if Maury Davis will go back to the Green Bay bench.
That was just too tough a pass. I mean, that was in traffic, and I even if it had been complete, I'm not sure what the Green Bay player could have done. He would have been in a difficult position under the basket.
Lob pass inside. It's stolen away by Thompson.
It just didn't put enough ump on that one. That was the right idea because Grant had his man sealed, but or I guess it was Loudon. And that was Grant had his man sealed. No, it was Loudon. He got the headband. We're so far away, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, Grant's back on the bench. Anasong driving in, leaves it down low, knocked away by Finke, but last touch by Anasong. So back-to-back turnovers on possessions for the Phoenix.
Well, that last turnover for Wright State was the right idea. I mean, the right idea making the pass. You just didn't throw it quite far enough, but it was the right idea trying to get the ball inside to Loudon Love.
4 turnovers for the Raiders, 3 unofficially now for Green Bay. Finke makes the catch on the wing. He gets it down on the left block to Love against Thompson. Pretty good battle right here. Love goes inside, short range with a right hand, puts it down.
That's good defense, though, Chris. I mean, Thompson had his hand in his face and forced Loudon away from the basket. He made him shoot a really difficult shot.
17-16, Wright State, 12 minutes to play here in the first half. Stieber with a dribble in front of the Raider bench. Back out front it goes. Inside, turnaround, Taylor spinning, had it knocked away and stolen by Love, and it's thrown out to Calvin.
Well, the turnover bug is really
back inside to Love, and he just couldn't get it to fall on the pass from Basili, and the rebound Green Bay.
Green Bay's turned it over on 3 straight possessions. They were playing really well offensively, and they're a little rut right now.
Here's Stieber, gets the ball back out front to Anasong. Now on the wing, and another turnover for the Phoenix, and that will send us to the under-12 media timeout. So we have 11 minutes and 29 seconds remaining here in the first half at the Nutter Center. We got a close one. It's Wright State up over Green Bay, 17-16.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
Our care lives here, now more than ever. It now lives behind the mask of those who care. It lives in waiting rooms, now with more space. It lives in keeping our doors open, now with more precautions. It lives here in doctor visits that can be done anywhere. And even here, where our ER still remains the safest place for all of your emergency care. It's in everything we do and who we are. Our care lives here. Premier Health.
The Horizon League, comprised of 12 institutions that are committed to league-wide safety protocols to help ensure the health and well-being of over 3,000 student-athletes, coaches, administrators, and fans. To learn more, visit horizonleague.com.
The Raiders, Wright State's up 17-16, and the reason they're up 17-16 is because the turnover bug has caught Green Bay. They've turned it over on 4 straight possessions, 6 of their last 8. They were so efficient at the start of this game offensively, and they've really struggled here recently.
Nice pass inside to Love, but he was a little off balance, and that shot did not fall for him, and Green Bay's got the rebound.
Well, I thought it was the right idea. The pass was a little high, and I think it got Loudon a little off balance, and they forced him into a quick shot.
Pipes to Thompson, taking it inside, cut off by Love in the paint. Throws the ball back out front to Stieber. Stieber left open from 3, and he missed it. It bricked, but it goes right into the hands of Thompson. His reverse layup missed it, but he is foul. Now, we really like this Terrence Thompson. I mean, he plays physical, and he's aggressive.
He is. Doesn't play like a freshman at all. And you mentioned that he's physical. That shot was so bad that it took really an unusual rebound. And Wright State had people boxed out, but the ball took such an unusual caroom off the rim. I mean, it was a terrible shot. And I don't even think it hit the rim, and it went right into Thompson's hands. He was just in the right place at the right time. And
he struggled at the line this year. He's now 2 for 8 at the line.
That's his range is like Loudon's inside, not very far out.
Well, he ties it up with that second free throw. We're at 10:52 to play in the first half. Jalen Hall will bring the ball up for the Raiders. Gets it on the wing to Finke. Beats it down on the right block to Basili. In traffic, throws one up with the right hand, left it short. Ball is loose, and it's saved by Pipes.
That's he didn't block the shot, but he bothered it. I'm talking about Thompson inside. His long arms and his physical play has really bothered both Basili and Love.
Claflin gets it on the wing left to Kellogg. The lefty hands it off to Pipes. Pipes against Jalen Hall. Throws it down and low to Kellogg against Basili. In the paint, swings it over into the corner to Thompson. Thompson, dribble drive on the wing. Fadeaway jumper on Love is off the back of the rim, and it's cleared by Loudon.
That was great defense there on that possession by Wright State. Forced Cleveland State into a shot they really didn't want. And there's another turnover.
Jalen Hall tried to leave it on the wing for Basili, but threw it out of bounds for a turnover. We're tied at 17, and Tanner Holden back onto the floor for Wright State with 10:05 to play in the first. And going out is Hubricks.
Yeah, Jalen came off of a curl, and I think he anticipated that Basili was going to roll to the basket, and Grant just popped to the open spot, and Jalen threw it to the ghost.
Raiders have not scored in over 2 minutes, and on the other end, an offensive foul on an illegal screen. It's going to be Stieber caught for the infraction. Yeah, Coach Nagy asking his assistants right now, something going on. He just, I don't know, has to do with the defense right there or what, but he's not real happy about it.
Well, I mean, both teams have really struggled here the last 7 or 8 possessions. And this game started out, and Green Bay in particular was playing really well offensively, getting good shots. I think they scored on 8 of their first 9 possessions, and it's just quieted down big time.
Jalen Hall, dribble drive, swings it right corner to Finke. Catch, shoot, 3. It is short, and the rebound to Claflin. Game tied at 17. We're at about 9.5 minutes to play here in the first half.
Now, the shot selection for both teams has deteriorated. I mean, the shots they were getting early, they're just not getting. There's a good one right there.
Yeah, Maury Davis able to drive and penetrate the paint, put it up with the left hand and scores. Here's a quick shot by Jalen Hall on the other end from 3. It's missed, and another rebound for Green Bay. They've been doing a good job on the defensive boards.
Yeah, they have. But, again, that's just not a very good offensive play.
Here's Thompson for 3. It's just off the mark. Basili has the rebound. Off it goes on the outlet pass to Hall. He goes cross court over to Holden. Holden taking the ball in, leaves it for Love, who lays it in. What a play by Tanner Holden. Very unselfish.
Well, see, there's the difference between a good offensive play, a possession, and a bad one. The previous time we came down, Wright State came down the floor, one pass, took a 3. Didn't even attempt to get the ball inside. That time, Tanner got the ball on the perimeter and took it right to the basket. Forced the defense into a decision, and they had to leave Loud, and he got the layup inside.
The Love bucket ties it at 19 with 8:36 to go, but it's untied on a 3. I believe that was P.J. Pipes.
It was. I mean, they've made that's 2 out of 5 from the three-point line.
Jalen Hall, crossover dribble. Feeds it on the baseline to Finke, and his reverse layup is good.
Good recognition by Tim Finke. He was in the corner. Jalen got stopped on the dribble penetration, but Tim didn't stand. He cut to the basket and got a pass for a layup.
Green Bay with the ball and a 1-point advantage as we approach 8 minutes to play here in this first half at the Nutter Center. Davis swings it out top to Thompson. Dribble handoff to Pipes. Left-hand pass to the left wing to Stieber. Back out now to Davis. One-on-one against Holden. Can't get around him. Taking the 3. Pipes gets his man in the air. Now steps into it. Can't get it. Ball will go out of bounds and belong to Wright State with 7:47 to play in the first. We're going to take another timeout. So it's been a close one here at the Nutter Center on this Sunday afternoon. And we will go to a break with the score. Green Bay 22 and Wright State 21. Jim Brown and Chris Collins back here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center, and the next best thing of being here, we love to see the fans in the Nutter Center for games this year as well as across the country in college basketball. But the next best thing, hey, these cardboard cutouts, call it the virtual sellout campaign, and you have until Thursday. That is New Year's Eve, December 31st, to help support Wright State Athletics. Get you one. See all these smiling faces? You could be up there also. We've seen a few of them. Look there, a couple of our furry friends are up there too, and I know we got a message from Doug Cage, former golfer at Wright State, said that he's probably going to be getting one.
Yeah, well, they're nice, and it's a great way to support the athletic department, and I recognize a lot of those faces, that's for sure.
All right, so we're back to action. It's 22-21 Green Bay with 7:42 to go here in the first half. Tanner Holden with the left hand puts it up and in. He always seems like he plays under control. Tanner Holden leading the Raiders right now with 9 points in this first half, and Wright State's retaking the lead by 1.
I'm sure that was a called play. They put him at the elbow, got it to him, and he just took his man one-on-one to the basket under control.
Kirchman wants it down.
A good roll
against Finke, just bouncing his way in. Turnaround jump shot. It rims out. One bounce into the hands of Trey Calvin. Up the left sideline to Hubricks. Gets a screen from Love. Hubrick's there. Tried to pin the needle on the pass there underneath the Finke, but it's kicked out of bounds by the Green Bay defense.
Yeah, that was a difficult pass. And again, as I said earlier, when Green Bay tried that, I don't know what Tim would have done with it if he'd have caught it. He was behind the basket. He was running the baseline against 2 or 3 Green Bay players.
Inbounds pass. Calvin gets the ball back. Pull-up jump shot, left elbow. It's off the back of the rim and pulled down by Green Bay. Into the game is Donovan Moore. PJ Pipes, their leading scorer today, gets it off to Amari Davis. Davis takes it inside, off balance with a left hand. He scores.
That's a great shot because he got contested at the basket by Loudon Love, and he had to extend his arm to get it up. And great job by Amari.
Well, the Green Bay defense really reacting, not allowing a clear look from 3 for the Raiders, who get it to Love on the left side. Love one-on-one against Kirchman. Rolls in with the right hand. Can't go. The tip is no good by Finke, and clearing it out is Kirchman. Green Bay with the ball, leading 24-23 with 6:25 remaining in the first.
Wright State's played 6 games. I'm so impressed with Green Bay's inside defense. I think
And a steal by Holden. He had it for a moment, but Davis was able to get the ball back at midcourt. Going inside with the left-hand layup. It is missed by Moore. Back come the Raiders, and Holden on the breakaway will put it down with 2 hands with the flush.
Well, he never got back. I mean, he almost got the steal, and Amari Davis recovered. They took a quick shot, and Tanner never got back in the play. Good recognition by Wright State to get the ball out to him and scored at the basket.
Holden with 11. The Raiders are up by 1. Kirchman leaves it on the wing to Davis. His three-pointer is good. As we mentioned at the outset of the broadcast, he has really improved his distance shooting. He knocks one down there to give Green Bay the lead, 27-25.
Well, as a freshman, Chris, he never made one. I mean, he never even looked to shoot a 3. And that one right there, he just caught it and shot it. He didn't hesitate. So that's a confident perimeter shooter.
Tanner Holden rolling in, tried to get the ball to Love. It deflects right over to Loudon. The Raiders get a break, and Loudon Love converts it with a backhand layup.
Yeah, they sure do. I mean, he threw it right to a Green Bay player. He just fumbled it, and good hands by Loudon Love. That's one thing Loudon has. He's got great hands, and that got him a basket right there.
Game is tied at 27. Kirchman straight on 3 off the front of the rim, ripped down by Holden. 5 minutes to play in the first, 27-27.
Their score yesterday was 23-21 Wright State, so a little bit more offense today.
Here's Finke. Pull-up jump shot. Right elbow is an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. And that will send us... Nope, no, we're not going to take a timeout. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to have several replacements in for both teams. Claflin will come back onto the floor for Green Bay. We see him in. Let's see who else. Kirchman comes out. Also, the Emmanuel Ansong, he is back into the game, as well as Paris Taylor. Now, the Raiders have Holden, Basili, along with Hall, Finke, and Trey Calvin. With the ball on the right wing, Ansong out front. This is Claflin. Amari Davis pull up with the left hand, and he's starting to catch fire. Amari Davis breaks the tie. It's 29-27 Phoenix with 4:25 to play in the first half.
Yeah, he's 4 for 5 from the field.
And Jalen Hall answers with a 3 deep on the right wing, giving the Raiders a 1-point lead.
Yeah, not a great shot because Wright State didn't make any attempt to get the ball inside, but he felt it, and he was open, and he took the shot.
Amari Davis with the dribble out front. He's got 13. Davis feeds it inside, wide open with a bucket. Nope, he couldn't get it to fall, but he'll get 2 free throws as Basili is whistled for his second foul. That's Paris Taylor, 6'6" junior out of Boulevard, Tennessee.
Yeah, and this will be his first free throw of the season. He hadn't shot a free throw yet. You know, Amari Davis is 5 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line. He's just really done a good job of keeping Green Bay in contact here with Wright State.
And the first free throw is missed by Taylor, as Jim mentioned, his first free throw attempt of the season.
All of Green Bay's points, 23 of the 29 have come from Pipes and Davis. Wright State's got more balance. I mean, they have a little bit more balance in their scoring than Green Bay, but those Pipes and Davis are their 2 leading scorers, and they're getting it done today.
So Taylor splits a pair. He ties the game at 30. Here's Calvin, tried to roll it up there with the right hand. Basili got the rebound. His shot is blocked back to Calvin. Now Calvin for 3, and it's short, and the rebound is yanked down by Paris Taylor.
Green Bay's done a great job of keeping Wright State off the offensive glass. Wright State only has 2 offensive rebounds. today with the size that they have. So credit Green Bay's inside. I've said this before. Their inside defense has done a phenomenal job, in my opinion. I mean, they've really made it difficult for Wright State to score inside.
Overall rebounding, the Phoenix with a +3 so far in the first half. Pipes leans in for the shot, can't get it to fall. Tough one. Good defense by Calvin, and the Raiders come back with a deflection.
He tried to draw a foul there and didn't get it.
Here's Calvin, threes it over to Finke. He cannot hold on to it, and the Raiders turn it over for the 7th time here in this first half, and that will turn it over to the under 4 media break. That comes with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to play here in this first half at the Nutter Center. Sunday afternoon college basketball, we're all knotted up. Green Bay, Wright State at 30 apiece.
Right now is the time for you to find your passion, find your people, and find your future. Right here in your backyard is the place to be. Wright State University. Make a change, stay close to home, and get a world-class education at one of the lowest 4-year tuition rates in Ohio. We will join you for the rest of your journey from student to professional. For more information, go to wright.edu/now. Right here, right now, Wright State.
No matter how early you're up or how late you're running, when you start your day at Speedway, we've got what you need to have a good morning. We've got it hot, we've got it cold, we've got it sprinkled, we've got it ready. No matter where you're heading or what you're craving, we're here to make your morning a little better. Because when you get off to a better start, you go on to a better day.
Our care lives here, now more than ever. It now lives behind the mask of those who care. It lives in waiting rooms, now with more space. It lives in keeping our doors open, now with more precautions. It lives here in doctor visits that can be done anywhere. And even here, where our ER still remains the safest place for all of your emergency care. It's in everything we do and who we are. Our care lives here. Premier Health.
Game tied at 30. Chris Collins and Jim Brown back here high above the Nutter Center. Phoenix and the Raiders. And Coach Brown, you talked about this yesterday this year. They keep the ball sanitized. Every ball that goes into a dead ball, they switch with the officials, and they use 4 game balls. And got a hard-working young man right there keeping things clean.
I mentioned yesterday it's like a soccer game. You know, you're playing soccer, the ball goes out, there's another one thrown in right away, and that's how it is. This is something new we haven't seen in the past, sanitized basketballs.
P.J. Pipes dribbling inside off the screen. His layup attempt off the rim and a rebound by Loudon Love.
Again, good defense at the rim. He got by his man, had a pretty good look, but Loudon was there with those long arms.
And Jalen Hall tried to dribble inside, dribbled off his foot and turned it over. Turnover number 8 for Wright State in the first half.
Well, that's been the Achilles heel for Wright State. They just have not gotten any rhythm going. I mean, they'll get a couple of baskets on a couple possessions, and then they turn 8 turnovers, and they've only had the ball in this game 33. So they've turned it over a quarter of the time. Green Bay's not much better. They've got 7 turnovers themselves. It's just both days here, and I think it's defense. I think both teams are playing really good defense.
And there's defense right there. As soon as you say it, Coach, Trey Calvin picked the pocket of Pipes, and back come the Raiders. Game tied at 30. We have 2:29 to play in the first half. Tim Finke out high. It goes to Hall. Hall against Anasong. Takes him on the wing. Tries to go inside. Forces one up. And a foul is called. And Jalen Hall will get 2 free throws. He, to this point, Coach, as far as the guys who play a number of minutes, the best free throw shooter for the Raiders at 79%.
And that was a good strength move right there. He went right between 2 guys and was able to get the ball up off the basket despite being fouled. I mean, that was a good move. He got inside the defense of Green Bay. Green Bay's played excellent defense. I mean, for the number of freshmen that they have now, you know, they got 2 veteran players in Pipes and Davis, no question about it. But their freshmen have defensively. I am so impressed with how they've played.
Hall splits a pair, gives the Raiders a 31-30 lead. He now has 6 points here in this first half for Wright State. The Raiders led by Tanner Holden, who has 11. Davis with 13, Pipes with 10, leading the way for the Phoenix. Pipes gets the ball over to Claflin in front of the Raiders bench. Now out front, Davis one-on-one against Holden. Tries to get the shot off, leaning to his right, knocked it down. That's a tough shot, but he makes it look easy.
Yeah, left-handed going to his right. I mean, Tanner was playing his left side, keeping him from penetrating with his left. And as you said, that was a big-time play.
Now Tanner Holden taking it down the baseline. He is cut off. Back out to Love. Love going inside strong against Thompson. Leaves it for Finke. Turn around into the bucket. Missed it, but he is fouled. And Tim Finke will get 2 free throws as the clock stops with 1:37 to play in the first half, and the Phoenix up by 1.
You know, talking about Green Bay's freshmen and how they're playing defense, you know, a lot of times, and more often than not, freshmen come into college and they're not really good defensive players. And the reason is they've been the best player on their high school team, and coaches don't want them to foul or get them foul trouble. So, you know, they're a little lax in their defense, and they get to college and it's a different story. I mean, everybody is good, and you've got to recognize that as a player, and you've got to play good defense, and that's impressive the way Coach Ryan has got these young kids playing defense. I mean, they're doing a good job.
Redshirt freshman Finke splits a pair of free throws, and game is tied again at 32 with 1:35 left to play here in this first half. Stieber will dribble the ball up. Redshirt freshman out of Green Bay. Dribble handoff to Davis. Davis off the screen, still with the ball on the left wing. Throws it back out front to Anasong. Anasong crossover dribble to the left elbow. Throws it up off balance with a right hand and scores.
That's a tough shot.
Here comes Hall down the other side. Hall taking his man inside, backing in, puts it up from short range and scores. So Jalen Hall ties it up at 34 with 1:05 to play in the first.
Now they recognized the mismatch there and did a good job taking his time. He didn't get in a hurry, and he didn't settle. He took it deep and got virtually a layup, a contested layup, but it was a layup.
There's Anasong, dribbles it off to Davis in traffic with a left hand, put it in. He's fouled and a chance for a three-point play. Amari Davis here in this first half leading the way for the Phoenix.
Well, the two of them, Davis and Pipes, have 27 of the 36 points. I mean, quite a performance today by Amari. Wright State did a decent job guarding him yesterday, but boy, today their defense on him has really been lacking.
He's got 17 points, a chance to make it 18, and more importantly, give his team a 3-point lead with 51 seconds left in the first half, and he does. Substitution, James Manns into the game for the Raiders. And going to the bench will be Loudon Love. Manns did not play yesterday. I would imagine being inserted now for the offense with 50 seconds late to play here in this first half. Tanner Holden off the screen of Manns, taking the ball inside, gets around for an easy right-hand layup.
Well, you used the hesitation dribble there, Chris. He took a dribble, and the defender thought he was going to keep going, and there's a timeout by Green Bay.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it here at the Nutter Center with 33.8 seconds remaining in the first half. In a game that's been gone back and forth and tied a few times also, but Green Bay right now with a 1-point advantage, 37-36. There's an 8-second differential on the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, this is that hesitation. You see that hesitation move there where he came off the screen. The Green Bay player thought he was going to take it all away, and he just hesitated. It's a great offensive move for perimeter players to utilize. It's sort of like the up and under move of an inside player getting his defensive player off balance. When you're on the perimeter like that, the little hesitation, change of pace, whatever you want to call it, can be very, very effective, and Tanner utilized it real well there and got a layup.
This first half, Green Bay not only leading on the scoreboard by 1, they also lead by 1 in the rebounding department, 16-15 here in this first half against an excellent rebounding Wright State team.
Well, that's two things Wright State hasn't done well today, is rebounding and turnovers. I mean, those are things that Coach Nagy's got to get corrected at halftime, and I'm sure that'll be a focus of their halftime discussions, is rebounding and turnovers.
It's like Davis is looking to isolate. Jalen Hall will defend him. There's 15 on the shot clock. Davis still dribbling the ball on the Wright State logo near midcourt. Davis crossover dribble, goes all the way around his man and lays it in.
Well, they cleared out a side there, and there was no help, and that just wasn't a good defensive possession at all for Wright State.
That was James Manns with it on the left wing with 6 seconds left. James Manns taking the ball inside. Turnaround off balance. It's blocked by Thompson. Off it goes to Pipes. He can't get the shot off in time, but the Phoenix of Green Bay, riding with their sophomore Amari Davis with 20 first half points, will go to the locker room with a lead on the road here at Wright State. The score at the Nutter Center, it's Green Bay 39 and Wright State 36. Sophomore Amari Davis, 6'3" guard from nearby Trotwood, Ohio, has 20 points in the first half, and Green Bay with the lead on the road looking for their first win of the season here at the Nutter Center against undefeated Wright State in league play. 39-36, the Phoenix are up over the Raiders here at the half. And Coach Brown, yesterday, the defense much better, but you look at the two guys, Pipes and Davis, two of their leading scorers, and they pretty much are doing everything offensively for Coach Ryan and his Phoenix.
They have 75% of their points, and you look at the stats here, Wright State. Both teams are shooting the ball much better than they did yesterday. Wright State's at 47%. Green Bay's a little bit better at 52%. They've gotten good shots. The difference has been turnovers. You go down there to the turnover column, eight turnovers for each team. And the other thing is rebounding. Wright State out-rebounds their opponents by 10 a game. Green Bay gets out-rebounded by 10 a game. And look at that. It's 17-15 in favor of Green Bay. I can't tell you how impressed I've been with Green Bay's inside defense. I mean, they've done a really good job of keeping Loudon Love and Grant Basile and even Tim Finke inside from getting much done. Now, the two guys for Wright State that have been productive offensively are Jalen Hall and Tanner Holden. They've scored 23 of the 36 points. Wright State has a little bit more balanced scoring, you might say, than Green Bay, because Green Bay's got the two guys that Wright State just hasn't had an answer for defensively.
Yeah, you look at Davis's line, it's nearly perfect. 8 for 9 from the floor. He made his only 3, and he's 3 for 3 at the free throw line.
Yeah, no turnovers. I mean, 1 assist. No, it's just a really good line. But in Wright State's situation, they just haven't been able to string together stops and possessions where they've scored. It's just been, they'll score and then they'll turn it over. They'll score, they'll go 3 or 4 possessions. You could say the same thing about Green Bay. Green Bay got off to a great start. I mean, they scored on like 6 of their first 7 possessions, and then they hit a dry spell where both teams kind of went sour. So, it's going to be who can play the great defense in the second half without fouling.
52% is Green Bay shooting in this first half. The Raiders just over 46%. They're led by Tanner Holden with 13. We'll take a break. We'll have more at halftime here at the Nutter Center with the score: Green Bay 39 and Wright State 36. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, capping a distinguished period serving as Horizon League Commissioner. John LeCrone transitioning to his new role as advisor to the commissioner January the 1st. Of course, John, everybody knows, a big innovator. He expanded league membership during a difficult time in college basketball, improved championship events, and also paved the way for streaming events to ESPN. We extend our congratulations and heartfelt gratitude to John for his nearly 30 years of leadership in the Horizon League. Green Bay leading the Raiders here at the half, 39-36. Let's get to those highlights. I would imagine we're going to see a lot of Amari Davis, Coach Brown.
Well, I don't know why not. He's done everything right. There isn't anything he's done. There's his Pipes with the basketball here. That's a tough shot off the dribble, no screen, just got by his man. Now, Amari is left-handed, and nobody can. Everybody knows he's going to go to his left, and he just, look at this. He just takes you right to the left. That time Loudon Love came over to contest it, and he just used that long left arm. Great pass out. Kirchman that hit that. That's a good pass by Amari Davis. There's a steal. This is Pipes up to Amari, and he's going to finish at the basket. He's only missed 1 shot in the first half. It's too bad his parents can't be here. He's from Trotwood, which is just outside of Dayton, and it's just too bad all his friends and family can't be here to watch his performance, because that's as good as it gets for him. This is Wright State. This is a pass out to Tim Finke off of Trey Calvin's pass. Gets the 3. Raiders have only hit a couple of those, so that was one of them. There's a good move by Jalen Hall into the lane, shooting a fadeaway. It's been tough for Wright State to get anything going because of the defense. There's a good pass. Tim Finke recognized that Jalen was in trouble there. He cut the baseline. This is Tanner Holden, who's been very effective. He's been Wright State's really one bright spot in the first half. He gets off the little dribble there and hits a little jump shot, and this is again, Tanner Holden off the dribble. Great pass to Loudon Love. Loudon Love and Grant Basile have pretty much been held in check here in the first half. Not a whole lot of shots. This is a breakaway dunk by Tanner Holden. Tanner Holden is just, I said this yesterday, he's the quiet assassin. He's one of those guys at the end of the game, and you look at his stat sheet and you say, wow. And during the game, you don't recognize it because he's so efficient, doesn't try to do things he can't do. He's just a really good all-around player.
Well, the back-to-back series continue again next weekend, and let's look at the schedule ahead for Green Bay, Coach Brown.
Yeah, they got Youngstown next weekend, and everybody's playing on New Year's Day, which is something different. And, of course, I mentioned this yesterday, when you have to have back-to-back weekends where you play 4 straight road games, and Cleveland State doesn't, Green Bay doesn't have to do that either. Wright State doesn't either. And I think that's there's a couple teams in the league that have to play 4 consecutive. In other words, 2 weekends in a row they're on the road. Wright State goes up to Detroit next weekend, plays Oakland. Then they have Youngstown and Cleveland State at home. And Youngstown and Cleveland State are playing today, and it's a 73-72 game. Cleveland State, undefeated in the league, is up a point. So those would be 2 tough games for the Raiders coming in here, and then you see the rest of the schedule.
All right, so the final 20 minutes here from the Nutter Center is coming up in just a few minutes, and we'll step out with the score. Green Bay 39 and Wright State 36. All right, so Green Bay looking for their first win of the season, and it would be a big one. Wright State 3-0 start into the league, but Green Bay with a 3-point lead at the half. Along with Jim Brown, this is Chris Collins. We're back at the Nutter Center, and the Raiders will send out the original starting 5. Jalen Hall, Trey Calvin, Loudon Love, Tanner Holden, who has 13 first-half points for the Raiders, and Tim Finke. I would imagine Coach Ryan will go with his starting 5 also, and there you see them. Green Bay sending out Davis along with Pipes, Stieber, Claflin, and Thompson. Amari Davis, of course, with 20 points in the first half, and the Phoenix will have the first possession here in the final 20 minutes. Both teams staying in the man-to-man defense. Finke will pick up Davis. Davis gets a screen, goes inside with that left hand. He couldn't get that one to finish, and Love comes up with a rebound.
Now, they contested it at the rim, but still, that was a shot he was making in the first half. It's amazing how and you sit in halftime, things can change quickly.
Here's Love going underneath. The reverse layup is good, and he's fouled. And Loudon Love, quiet in that first half with only 6 points, gets 2 right here and a chance to make it 3 with a free throw.
Well, he went to the baseline where he can't get doubled, and he gets a reverse layup. You know, I made the comment to you off the air about Green Bay and their freshmen, and if Coach Ryan can keep these guys there. And I mentioned that because 1,000 players transferred last year in Division I basketball. 1,000 kids left their school, and Wright State was one of only 7 schools that didn't lose 1 player. It's tough to keep kids today. It just really is.
No question about it. Love, 3-point play, ties the game up at 39 with 19:20 to play. Pipes hands it off to Stieber. Back to Pipes on the left wing. An excellent 3-point shooter trying to get around Calvin. Can't get around him. Out it goes to Stieber. His 3-point attempt missed, and Love the rebound.
It's great defense by Trey Calvin there on Pipes. Just great defense.
Here goes Calvin inside. Dishes it over to Holden in the right corner. Holden hands it back to Calvin. His step-back 3 just grazes the front of the rim, and an easy rebound for Stieber. Raiders trailing in that first half, Coach Brown, the first time they have trailed in the first half this year. Here's Thompson all alone, gets the bounce pass from Stieber, puts it in, and Green Bay up 41-39.
That was too easy. Dribble penetration, no help whatsoever. He got right by his man, went all the way to the rim.
Tim Finke trying to do so on the other side. He throws it out to Love, and it's going to be picked up by Love, and it's going to be a backcourt violation. If he didn't touch it, Thompson was hustling back there, and he could have gone in for a layup.
Yep, he sure could have. That was just a careless pass there by Wright State. I mean, just a real careless pass, but good recognition by Green Bay.
So Love with 9 points in this game, has also 7 rebounds. He has 4 double-doubles this year, coming off 1 yesterday. Thompson out on the perimeter, short pass over to Stieber. 20 on the shot clock. Stieber dribbling against Hall. Stieber looking for something to develop. Gets a screen from Thompson. Goes up and under. Short little jump shot. Rolls off. And the rebound to Holden.
I just wonder if halftime Coach Nagy made the comment, who on this team can guard Amari Davis? And Tim Finke raised his hand and said, I'll get him, Coach. Because Finke, who didn't guard him in the first half, is guarding him here.
And Loudon Love is heating up early here in the second half. Drops one in from the right block. Little jump hook. It's tied at 41.
Be interesting to hear that what exactly transpired at halftime in terms of, because Finke didn't guard him in the first half. I don't recollect him guarding him in the first half, but he's certainly guarding him in the second half.
Here's Pipes, throws it to Thompson, can't hold on to it. Turnover into the hands of Hall. Hall in transition, leaves it for Love with a two-hand monster dunk.
A great pass, great running the floor by Loudon Love. And he struggled in the first half, but he's got 6 points here in the second half right away in a little over 2 minutes.
And the Raiders have taken the lead at 43-41. Another steal. Calvin going in. His layup is up and good on the pass from Tanner Holden.
Well, those are absolutely the worst kind of turnovers. Transition turnovers, live ball turnovers. Those are the worst. Where you make a turnover and the other team converts it in a fast break. Just, dead ball turnovers are fine, but those are the worst.
Open is Claflin for three out front. He can't get it to fall. Long rebound to Holden. 45-41 Raiders, under 17 minutes to play in the second half.
Green Bay's got a little quick here with their shooting.
Hall, a quick shot, drops it down from the right elbow. And the Raiders continue this run, but underneath the basket.
He just got knocked down. I think he's fine.
Looks like Love being helped up by Finke, so all the players look to be okay. So we're going to take a break, all right, with 16:47 to play here in the second half. It's Wright State who trailed by 3 at the half, leading a score by 6. Is on the run right here. You can see the play by Loudon Love, knocking the house down with that two-hand jam, and the Raiders off to a 6-point lead, 47-41. And we're back at the Nutter Center. Chris Collins and Jim Brown and our crew here for ESPN3. 47-41. The Raiders trail by 3 at the half. Currently coach on an 11-2 run.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see what happens here. As a coach, as a former coach, when another team called timeout, when the opponent called a timeout, I felt like the next possession was really important for you to get a stop. And because you've got a little momentum. Wright State's outscored them 11-2. Green Bay called the timeout. What happens on this possession here?
Boy, Davis had it knocked out of his hands, but he was able to knock it back to a teammate, Stieber. Free throw line, leans in, short jumper, missed it, got his own rebound and put it back up and in. 2 for 6, 2 for 7 now, Green Bay in the second half. The Raiders are off to a blistering start, 5 of their first 6 field goals.
Well, that last one was a case where he missed the shot, but he knew he missed the shot.
Boy, Love just powering inside with the left hand. He could not converge, and the rebound to Davis.
Well, he didn't use the glass there, Chris. He went up, but he didn't use the glass, and the ball rolled off the rim. Loudon is really effective when he uses the glass. I didn't use it that time. Probably didn't have a real good angle.
Now Stieber with it, left lane line going inside on Calvin. Back out to Claflin. His three-pointer, missed it. Rebound, Finke had it. And Anasong over the back, and a foul will be called on the Phoenix player. Or no, will it be on Finke? They say Finke was pushing off, and that will send us to the under 16 timeout. So with 15:51 to play here in the second half at the Nutter Center, it's Wright State up at home over Green Bay by a score of 47-43. We're all one team provides a voice for the Horizon League in a dynamic and unified way, and is built on the notion that although schools and student athletes compete against each other, through a commitment to stewardship and respect, and by working together, the league can create meaningful and impactful change. Learn more at horizonleague.com/1HL or by searching #1HL. We're back to action. The jump shot put up and missed by Green Bay. 15:40 to play in the first. Back comes Wright State's Holden. 47-43 Raiders, and tack on 3 more. Trey Calvin from deep gives the Raiders a 7-point advantage, their largest of the game.
One of the best times to shoot a 3 is in transition, and it was kind of like a delayed thing. Tanner had it on the wing, and Trey was trailing the play, and was really wide open. Got his feet set, drilled the 3.
Now Davis with it on the wing. Step back jump shot inside the arc is good over Trey Calvin.
Tough shot.
22 points for
Well, you
Amari
can't
Davis.
Crowd him because he'll go right by you. He's such a great ball handler, so you can't really crowd him, and that's what happens when you can't. He hits that shot.
Jalen Hall, right lane line extended. Loudon Love bouncing in against Kellogg. Goes in against 2 defenders, puts it off the glass. No bucket, and a foul called on Loudon Love, an offensive foul.
Oh, wow. I don't know about that call. I thought
that's his 3rd foul, Coach.
Yeah, Green Bay was kind of hanging all over him there, too, and he was just creating some space for himself. That's a tough call against him. Watch this. He takes a little crawl dribble into the lane. That's
right there with the right.
Yeah, that's really a tough call. I mean, Green Bay fouled him before he even went up. Just a really tough call against Loudon.
Mid-range jump shot. Amari Davis continues his hot streak. He's got 24. More importantly, now his team is down by 3, 50-47, with under 14 and a half minutes to play.
That could be a big play there. That third foul on Loudon Love. Guys, that really could have very easily been a three-point play for Loudon, taken away and his third foul.
Grant Basili in for him. Basili with the ball, flips the ball back out to Hall, 12 to shoot. Hall slashing, penetrating, out to Finke. He's left open. His three, it's short. And the rebound is picked up in the corner by Stieber.
Another case where Green Bay's done a great job on the defensive glass. I mean, they have limited Wright State to offensive rebounding. They just haven't gotten very many of them.
Anasong, a couple of dribbles out top of the key. Gets the ball back to Davis. Why not? It's been so hot today. The Trotwood Madison Ram product. Down and low. What a great look into Stieber, who lays it in. I think that pass was from Kellogg, and Stieber benefited.
Well, somebody was ball watching there. They weren't watching their man and opening up and see ball, see man, and they got burned.
It's a 1-point lead for the Raiders with the ball. Finke out to Calvin. 4-3. He's got 2 in a row from long distance.
Well, that's good to see for Trey, because he's kind of struggled out there. He struggled yesterday, and he's gotten off to a good start, but those were good passes. Dribble penetration, kicked it out. Both of those were passes off a dribble penetration where Trey spotted up and found the open spot.
Calvin with 11 on the other end. Another bucket.
That's Davis again, off going to his left. I mean, the guy's incredible.
Down low it goes to Basili. He leans in. His basket is good, and a blocking foul on Green Bay. So Grant Basili on the other end will get a chance for a three-point play. And the Raiders are up by 4 with 13:03 remaining.
Now, that was very similar to the play that Loudon got called. I mean, it's a very similar type play, and Grant created some space there too, and he got the call in his favor that time, so he's at the line to shoot the one after the made basket.
Basili 46% at the line this year, and his free throw is good. And the Raiders tack on one more with 13 minutes to play in the first half, leading 56-51. Amari Davis with 26 points.
The Raiders just haven't had a defensive answer for him.
Boy, backdoor pass to Davis. Tried to finish, but he couldn't. It was contested, and the Raiders come away with it. Jalen Hall running to the basket. He puts it up, missed it, but he draws the foul, stops the clock with 12:42 to play, and Jalen Hall will go to the line for 2.
There are certain players in college basketball and even in high school basketball who can get a rebound and take it coast to coast themselves. That's what Jalen did there. He got the rebound and just took it coast to coast himself. I don't know whether there was contact there or not. I mean, you can see the reaction of the Green Bay player. He didn't think he fouled him. It was the way Jalen kind of went to the basket and gyrated. It looked like he got fouled, but I'm not sure there was any contact there at all, and the reaction of the Green Bay player kind of indicates that too.
Yeah, that was Stieber. He's got 2 fouls. He's going to come out of the game now and see who's in for him. It looks like Donovan Moore will check in for Stieber. Also, Thompson back onto the floor for Green Bay as Hall makes 2 free throws. So Jalen Hall now with 12 points in this game. And the Raiders with 4 players in double figures with 12.5 minutes to play and leading by 7. Here's Davis. Quick little dribble. Short mid-range jumper from the right side. Missed it. Easy rebound for Tanner Holden. Holden feeds it down in low post. Right side, Basili leans in with the right hand. Score the basket and the foul.
Well, he got great position that time, and that was just a great job by Tanner Holden to allow him to get even better position. He got the Green Bay guy all the way under the basket, a little crawl dribble there, and then goes straight up. That's good defense. There wasn't a whole lot of contact there by Green Bay. The last 2 fouls on Green Bay, I really wondered a little bit about. I mean, he had his hands straight up, didn't try to block the shot, just played good defense with his hands up, and Grant Basili was the beneficiary of a foul call there and converts it into a 3-point play.
Yeah, Basili so good technically down and low with his post moves, and has 2 3-point plays here in the second half. Basili off the bench now with unofficially, 6 points. We'll double check that.
It's a critical time right here for Green Bay. I mean, this is a critical time. They've played so well this entire game, and
Well, there's more, and it's blocked by Basili, but right to the Green Bay player, Kirschman, who lays it in for the easy 2.
That's good defense by Grant, and he just got penalized a little bit. The ball bounced right into the Green Bay player.
Basili protecting the ball against Kirschman. He takes him down in low, puts it up from short range and scores. So Basili starting to turn it on. He's got 8, and the Raiders lead by 10.
What a big-time move right there. He put the ball on the floor against good defense and then had to shoot kind of a running jump shot. That's just great.
Amari Davis cut off by the double team, lost the ball, but he gets it back out to Kirschman. He's left open from 3, misses it off the back flange, tipped by Davis. Nice play to Moore, but it's blocked away by Holden. Into the hands for Hall. Middle of the break, it's Hubricks. Hubricks throws it back out to Hall in transition. The 3 is good.
That's a big play right there. Good job by Hubricks. He gets all the way into the lane and then kicks it out to Hall for the 3. That's the 3rd time the Raiders have gotten a 3 in transition like that, kicking it out to an open player.
11 minutes to play. The Raiders up by 13. Their largest lead of this contest against the Phoenix. Out front to Pipes near midcourt. Pipes will go one-on-one with Calvin. Battles through the screen attempt. Calvin again following Pipes. Had it knocked from behind. Calvin with another steal off to Hubricks.
That's phenomenal defense there by Trey Calvin. I mean, just phenomenal defense.
Holden off to Hubricks, right sideline. Calvin to the cutters. Tanner Holden, who lays it in. Boy, what a great look. And Holden, a great cut to the basket. And a timeout is called with 10:33 remaining here in the second half. And the Raiders on top, 68-53. And Jalen Hall with a long-distance three-pointer right there.
That's a great play by Alex Hubricks. I mean,
Wright State trailed by 3 at the half, and now they are up by 15 with 10:33 remaining in the second half. It's a 7-0 run just in the last minute 14 for Coach Nagy's Raiders.
Well, this is what happens a lot of times to young basketball teams. I mean, and Green Bay's a very young basketball team, and they play tough for an extended period of time, and then all of a sudden it can get out of hand. And Wright State, the last 5 minutes, their offense has been as good as it can get. I mean, 80% on their shots here in the second half, just a clinic offensively here at the start of the second half by Wright State.
The Raiders with 6 steals in the game. Green Bay with the basketball, trailing by 15. Deep in the right corner, Amari Davis taking the ball into the paint, triple team, pitches the ball back out for 3. Stieber misses it, tipped by Holden over to Hubricks.
Wright State had the boards there. They had 3 guys boxing out. That was a contested 3 by Stieber.
Inside, got a couple guys mixing it up down low. Basili along with Kirschman, and the foul will be called on the Phoenix player, and that's going to be his 3rd. Coach Nagy standing up along the sidelines. He's got to like what you see here in the second half.
Yeah, I'd still like to know the conversation at halftime, because I know Coach Nagy wasn't happy. 2 guys really hurt him, Pipes and Davis, and Davis has still been very effective here in the second half, but not nearly as effective as he was in the first.
Get it into Basili, goes inside with a hard dribble and puts it in. Grant Basili now one of 5 Raiders in double figures here this afternoon.
Well, the Raiders have gone inside here. Now, they've hit some threes, but it started the second half with a Loudon Love 3-point play off of a baseline drive. There's Davis again.
Yeah, that's just a 2-pointer. Amari Davis adding to his total. He now has 28 points in this game, but the Raiders lead 70-55.
Yeah, I don't know what his career high is, but I can't imagine him playing a better game than what he's played today. He's just been extremely effective.
Here's Hubricks for 3. It's off the back of the iron, and the rebound goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by Wright State's Basili. So at 9:21 to play in the second half, Green Bay has the ball, trailing by 15. Stieber dribbles the ball into the forecourt.
Again, good hands by Trey Calvin, knocked it away. Green Bay came up with it, but Trey batted that ball away.
It was Colin Schaefer who just came into the game with the last dead ball, but there's Thompson inside. He scores 2.
Yeah, good move against Grant Basili. Again, right into the lane. Wright State didn't double him, and he got a good look at the basket and scored.
Hubricks right corner, lobs it down in low to Basili against Thompson. Right baseline. Throws it back out with a left hand to Calvin. Fakes the three. 14 on the shot clock. Calvin taking it inside. Floater. Right hand off the back iron. Rebound Thompson.
That's good defense by Green Bay. They took the ball. They didn't let Grant hurt them, Grant Basile, and then forced a tough shot by Trey Calvin off the dribble.
Lob down inside. Good pass by Stieber, but Kellogg unable to finish it. And Basile strong gets the rebound.
Well, he had Grant Basile on his back, and he knew that, and that's what caused the bad pass.
Boy, Hall just whipped it inside, tried to find Holden under the basket and threw it out of bounds. Tim Finke checking back in for the Raiders, and also onto the floor is Paris Taylor for the Phoenix.
It was the right idea. I mean, by Jalen Hall. It was the right idea. Wright State had a player wide open under the basket. He just threw it a little high. And that's a good opportunity for Green Bay. I mean, because you're down to 8 minutes to go in the game. So every possession right here for Green Bay is critical. They're down 13. Still plenty of time. So if they just make sure they get good shots.
Here's Schaefer with the ball. Picks up his dribble on the right point. Gives the ball up to Stieber. Stieber throws it down low post. It's Taylor. Splits the double team and scores.
That's a big-time move right there. He reacted quickly before the double team could be effective.
70-59, 11-point Raiders lead. Finke underneath the bucket, leaves it for Hubricks in the corner, throws it all the way out to Calvin. Catch and shoot, three. It's off the mark. Tip no good by Tanner Holden, and a whistle and a foul called inside. And that's going to go against Holden over the back, and for Tanner, that is going to be his first personal foul. And it is the team's second here in the second half, and we'll step out for the under 8-minute timeout. Second half here at the Nutter Center with a score. Wright State 70 and Green Bay 59. Well, it's not the way we wanted it, but because of COVID-19, no fans in the stands here at the Nutter Center. But the next best thing, the cardboard cutouts. Look at those smiling faces. Hey, if you would like to have one, we got this campaign going on, the Nutter Center Virtual Sellout Campaign. You have till December 31st. Be a part of it. Be a part of that crowd right there here, rooting the Raiders on with 7:44 remaining in the second half. Wright State up 70-59.
Yeah, I mean, Wright State had a run there where they really got it going, and the last few possessions, it's quieted down a little bit. So Tanner Holden's here at the line to shoot the two. We thought that foul was on Tanner Holden, but it must have been on Green Bay because he's the one that's shooting the free throws.
Again, not being down on the floor, we cannot catch up on that, so we apologize for that. But if you're a Raider fan, you got to be happy. So Holden, who's been perfect from the floor today, 6 for 6, has 16 points. Has now 18 points as he converts 2 more free throws. And the Raiders now up 72-59.
You know, without question, the last 2 weekends, Tanner Holden's been the most he's been the most effective of all the Raiders. I mean, he's been very consistent.
And there's Mr. Consistent right there on another level. That's Amari Davis for 2 more on the right baseline.
Yeah, it's quite a performance. I mean,
30 points today for the sophomore out of Trotwood. And now he can do it from 3-point range also.
Yeah, I mean, he's a complete player right now.
Tanner Holden going in strong with the right hand. Can't get it to fall. Basile, the weak side rebound. He puts it up, misses it. Holden trying to clean it. Underneath, he is fouled, and he will go back to the free throw line. That foul will be on Stieber. Clock stops with 7:04 remaining, and the Raiders are up by 11.
It's one of the few times today that Green Bay has allowed Wright State to do a good job offensive rebounding. Wright State only has 7 offensive rebounds on the day, and they got a couple of them right there.
Tanner Holden, again, perfect at the line. He's now 6 out of 6. Missed his first field goal just a moment ago. Loudon Love checks back in for Wright State. Loudon today with 13 points and 7 rebounds. Holden leading the way with 18 points and 7 boards. He also has 3 assists and 2 steals for the sophomore out of Wheelersburg, Ohio, and tack on another point. Green Bay with another substitution. Claflin will check in, and Schaefer goes back to the Phoenix bench.
I mean, all season long, Tanner has been the most consistent player. He's really not had a bad half all season long, and really just a remarkable basketball player, really.
74-61 Raiders. Here's Davis again from the top of the key. Knocks it down for 2. He's got 32 points. It's 74-63 Wright State.
And I said it earlier. It's just a shame his parents and family can't be here to watch his performance.
Tim Finke down and low. Turnaround shot. Missed it. Rebound comes down to Davis. Davis goes coast to coast with a left hand blocked by Basile into the hands of Love.
Yeah, that was good defense by Grant. Good hustle back by Grant.
Wide open Finke, left corner, 3, nothing but net for Tim Finke. And a timeout called by Will Ryan with 6:24 remaining. It's a 30-second timeout, and we're going to keep it right here.
I think Loudon Love made that pass. I'm not sure, but that was a great pass from one side of the floor all the way to the other for Finke in the corner for the 3. Just a great recognition. No, it was Trey Calvin made the pass. Yeah, just great recognition right there.
Finke had his feet set. He was going to let it go.
Well, he went down the court and spotted up. You know, that's one thing you want to do in fast break situations. If you can't get to the rim for like a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2, you spot up on the wing because it's you get your feet set and all you need is a good pass and you can finish it with a 3-point shot. One of the best times to get a 3-point shot is off the fast break, a delayed fast break.
77-63 after the Finke 3, and the Raiders up that lead to 14. Already 5 Raiders in double figures, and Finke just 1 point away from joining that group. And the Raiders have only played 8 guys today. Mann's only played under a minute in that first half, so really 7. Here's Davis, turnaround jump shot on the wing left side. It's off the mark. Rebound tipped around. It's loose underneath. It's Taylor. Pump fake, goes up in traffic and puts it in.
Good job by him. I mean, really good job. He had 2 players there contesting his shot, and he just took his time. And then he had to high arc it. He couldn't just shoot it. He had to get it up in the air.
77-65. Wright State with the ball leading with 5:48 remaining. Bounce pass tried to go to Basile, did Calvin, but he wasn't on the same page and he threw it away.
Well, I think that's Trey's fault. That's not Grant Basile's fault. That's just Trey's fault. I mean, you got to make sure he rolls to the basket. You can't anticipate he rolls to the basket. You got to make sure he rolls. That's just an unforced turnover by Wright State. That's the second time that's happened today too.
This is Davis, can't get around Finke, so they go to the other side of the floor. It's Taylor. Taylor, middle of the floor, inside to Davis, puts one up in traffic. It rattles out, and the rebound to Love.
And Wright State hasn't had an answer for Davis defensively, but boy, they have had one for Pipes. Pipes hasn't scored in the second half. He had 10 at halftime, hasn't scored here in the second half.
Basile tried to lob it inside. No, to Calvin, rather. Calvin tried to lob it into Love, but it's knocked away by Thompson. Jalen Hall back in for Wright State, and Grant Basile will have a break.
Well, Grant had his man sealed, but it took the pass too long to get to the sideline, and then when the pass went in, Green Bay's defense adjusted and was there for the
Calvin into Finke, and Holden in traffic goes up, missed the shot, but on the rebound he is fouled by the Phoenix player. It's a 12-point lead for the Raiders, and Tanner Holden will go back to the free throw line. Tanner Holden with 19 points here today, had 18 yesterday. He's 7 for 7 at the line this afternoon.
Yeah, like I said, he's been the man for Wright State. Davis has been the man for Green Bay, and Tanner's been Mr. Consistent for Wright State.
And he does not get the front end of the 1-and-1. A 12-point lead for the Raiders with just around 5 minutes left to play here in the second half.
Yeah, there's still time for Green Bay, but they've got to convert. They got to convert offensively and then get some stops defensively. They got to make sure they get good shots every single time down the floor.
Thompson hard dribble against Love into the paint. Can't find a shot, and it's stolen away nearly by Calvin. Ball tipped back to Stieber. Underneath, nice look. He found Claflin for the easy layup.
Well, credit Claflin there. I mean, he saw they were in trouble, and he didn't stand in the corner. He cut to the basket, found a gap. That's just a great heads-up play by him.
Here's Love, gets around his defender, and the reverse layup rims in and out. Ball loose and picked up by Claflin. Just a 10-point lead for the Raiders with under 4.5 minutes to play.
That's a missed opportunity for the Raiders right there. They got the ball inside to Loudon, and he didn't score. So you need to take advantage of that if you're Green Bay, because you got a break right there.
Mari Davis with 32 points has it out front. Over to Stieber. Stieber leaves it for Thompson. Thompson right lane line extended back out to Stieber. Leaves it for Thompson. Foul line extended, one dribble, hands it back to Davis. It's tipped away, battle for it, loose, and a foul's going to be called on Tim Finke. He was battling for that 50-50 ball with Amari Davis. That's just the third team foul on the Raiders in the second half, and we'll come back after the under 4 timeout. Here from the Nutter Center, Sunday afternoon college basketball. It's Wright State on top of Green Bay by a score of 77-67. Catch the Horizon League on ESPN3 and ESPN Plus all season long while staying up to date by visiting horizonleague.com, interacting with @Horizon League on social media, or by downloading the Reach the Horizon podcast. Learn more at horizonleague.com. Along with Jim Brown, Chris Collins back at the Nutter Center. Wright State up by 10 with under 4 minutes to play, and Green Bay with the ball in their own end.
Big possession for Green Bay right here. Down 10, 4 minutes to go. Got to get a basket.
Here's Davis off to Stieber, right side, Taylor. Taylor back out front, Davis. He tried to go up for three, and good defense by Hall. He was up and down and traveled.
Well, he jumped in the air to shoot it, and Jalen came from the weak side and had his hand up, knew he was going to get it blocked, and Davis came down with the ball. That's a travel. That's good defense by Wright State. They took away potential inside offense there with good defense, and then made that great play on the perimeter.
Raiders by 10 with the ball. Calvin tried to split the defense with a pass, but it's knocked off the leg of one of the Phoenix players. So the Raiders will put it inbound in their own end on the left sideline with 21 seconds on the shot clock, and Coach Will Ryan hoping that his team can get a stop here.
Well, he's not happy with the score, but he's got to be pleased with how his young kids have played today. I mean, they have, for a team that's 0-7, I'm so impressed with how Green Bay has played.
Here's Hall to the bucket with the left hand. He put it in. He went from right to left, and just a nice hard drive by Hall, who now has 15.
I have to think if Green Bay plays like this consistently the rest of the season, they're going to win some games. No question about it.
17 for Hall now officially. Maury Davis dribbles into traffic, and it foul called against Wright State. Looks like Tanner Holden will be whistled for the personal. Just the 14th foul on the Raiders, and the first foul whistled against Tanner Holden in this game.
That's one thing they've done really well today, is to play defense without fouling. Now, Green Bay's shooting 49%, so you kind of question how good their defense has been. But
a lot of that's Davis.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Maury Davis today, 14 of 21. Ball over to looks like Claflin. Blocked out by the backboard up here on the concourse. It is Claflin from the corner, knocks down the three.
That's a big basket. They needed that.
That brings the Phoenix to within 9, just 3 possessions with 2:40 left to play in the second half. Holden out to Hall. Left corner, Finke lobs it inside for Love, and before he goes up with the shot, a foul called against the Phoenix.
And that's foul number 9, so
that's going to be 4 personal fouls. I think they called that on, no, that's Stieber. Actually, that one went against Thompson. So Thompson has assessed his 4th foul, and Loudon Love to the free throw line. So Kellogg will check back in for the Phoenix for Thompson. Or nope, it's going to be for Taylor. And Loudon Love today has 13 points to go along with 9 rebounds. And he will get the bonus, the 1-and-1. That's 19 fouls whistled against Green Bay here in the second half. The Raiders just caught for 4. So Love very consistent this year. Now that's 14 points in this game. He's averaging 15.8. Tack on 1 more for the big center out of Illinois.
Yeah, he needs 1 more rebound for a double-double. He's had so many of those this year. And
that would be his 5th if he can get it. So 2:30 to play. It's 81-70, Wright State. Maury Davis with 32 points gives the ball up to Claflin. Stieber protecting the ball against Holden on the wing. In motion. This is Davis for 3. Nope, but underneath all alone is Claflin, who gets the easy putback.
Well, the Raiders didn't do a good job there. They boxed out a couple guys but didn't get Claflin, and he was right there, uncontested for the layup.
Tanner Holden, pull-up jump shot right baseline. It's off the mark, and the rebound to Claflin. Under 2 minutes to play. It's a 9-point lead for the Raiders. Just 3 possessions. Amari Davis goes inside the 3-point arc. Mid-range jumper missed it. Thompson got the rebound. Loose and picked up on the floor by Jalen Hall.
And Tanner sprained his ankle, too.
Oh, boy. Tanner Holden is down right now.
He's either got a cramp or it could be a cramp. I can't tell.
He's a tough kid. You know he's going to get up right now.
Yeah, I think it might be a cramp.
As he's walking around on the floor right now. They only get any tougher than Tanner Holden, of course, an all-state football player in the state of Ohio. Oh, he ran right into Thompson. And as he came down, it looked like something with maybe his left leg, but he was walking on the other end of the floor trying to shake it off, whatever it was.
He ran right in. That was a pretty tough collision right there, chasing the man with the ball.
Well, you know, I know it's cliche-ish, but that's one player the Raiders could not lose.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, he has been by far their most consistent player all season long. I don't think anybody would argue that point. He's just been consistent every single game.
Well, he stays in the game. The Raiders have it in their own end. 20 on the shot clock, 1:38 remaining, leading 81-72. Dribble handoff to Hall, over to Holden out top. Short pass over to Love. At the free throw line, back to Calvin. Step back three. It's off the mark and rolling around, no good. Inside, a foul is called.
I think it's on Loudon Love.
And it looks like it will be Loudon Love going for the offensive rebound, and that is his 4th personal foul and the team's 5th. Kellogg had the rebound, but looks like he got hit right in the face. I didn't leave.
Well, Loudon was there for the rebound. He just mistimed his jump because the ball hit on the rim a couple times, and then he committed the foul. Oh, good hedge by Tim Finke on the ball screen.
Thompson on the right elbow. Brings it back out the arc with a dribble over to Davis. Davis off the dribble, takes it down and low against Finke. He's cut off, throws it into the corner. Claflin dribbling against Holden. Back out to Thompson, who launches a three, and it's an air ball into the hands of Jalen Hall.
Well, that was fantastic defense. You know, it's hard to say somebody's played good defense when a guy's got 32 points. But I think Tim Finke, the second half, has done a really good job guarding Davis. He had 20 at halftime. He's got 12 here in the second half. But he's missed some shots, and he's had a hand in his face. And I'm not diminishing the performance of Deb Davis, because he's just been phenomenal. Amari's just had a tremendous game, but Tim's done a pretty decent job on him here at the second half.
Jalen Hall makes the free throw. He's 4 of 5 at the line this afternoon. Jalen now with 18 points. Coming off double digits yesterday. In that second half, he played very, very good. The lead for the Raiders now is at 10 with 57 seconds remaining. Make it 11 as Hall converts. 5 Raiders in double figures today. Finke with 9.
Tell you what, I mean, I watched Green Bay here Saturday and Sunday, and it's hard for me to imagine that they're going to be 0-8. I mean, they played with a tremendous amount of heart. They didn't give up. For a young basketball team, and they're a young basketball team. Now, Davis had a career night. He had a career game today. I mean, I don't know what his career high is, but he can't play any better than he played today. But give these guys a lot of credit. I mean, Coach Ryan's done a good job of keeping them focused. And
that foul was on Love, and he just fouled out, Coach.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's been an impressive – I mean, even though they've lost both these games, there's a lot to look forward to if you're a Green Bay fan. Good young players.
At the free throw line is Davis, and he knocks down the first one. Looking through their notes right now, and you look at points, 28 points back on February the 15th of 2020. At Milwaukee, he did it to Milwaukee twice last year in Montana State.
So this is his career high.
It is. Yep, he broke that after 28. So on the other end, we got a foul called on Green Bay. It's 83-74 Wright State with 41.1 seconds remaining.
Well, he's been so efficient. I mean, he's taken 23 shots, but he's made 14 of them. He's 5 for 5 from the line, 4 rebounds. 1 turnover, 2 personal. I mean, he's just had an incredible basketball game. And he had a great freshman year. He had a great high school career here at Trotwood and just outside of Dayton. And Green Bay, they did a good job getting him to go all the way up there to the North Pole.
Or nearly, yes.
Yeah, but
Jalen Hall misses the first free throw. He'll get one more with a double bonus. And the second one is good. So Jalen Hall tack on another point for the Raiders guard. And
they're really, really fortunate, too, that he decided to stay at Green Bay with the new coach. I mean, because a lot of those guys left, and Amari, give him credit, he stayed. And it's a young basketball team he's trying to nurture and get better, and it's going to take some time, but this was a good performance.
Yeah, he's just trying to tack on to his career high here this afternoon. He's got 34 points. 84-74. The Raiders are up by 10. Wright State, though, doing it not just one guy, but it's been 5 in double figures. And Tim Finke, not far off. He's got 9 points. Substitution into the game is Emmanuel Ansong, and Thompson will come out for the Phoenix. You know, Coach, you were talking earlier about Green Bay and hadn't won a game, but they've had a tough schedule.
Yep.
Of course, they had Milwaukee last week. They played some close games. They lost by 3, and Davis will get the bonus. And they lost by 8. But before that, they had a game canceled against Northern Iowa. They lost at Marquette, Eastern Illinois, and also Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Yeah, Wisconsin beat them by 40, first game of the season, I think it was. And, yeah, they've played a tough schedule, but they've lost some tough games, too. Those 2 games at Milwaukee, they were ahead, much like they have been here. Now, they haven't been ahead here late. I think they were ahead in the second half in both those games at Milwaukee and lost them. But the thing that's impressive to me is how hard they've played today. I mean, they've played very, very hard, and their defense has been outstanding.
Jump ball on that rebound, a battle for the 50-50 ball. The Raiders have the arrow, and now they call timeout as the Phoenix put on full court pressure. 30-second timeout with 35.4 seconds remaining. It's 84-75 Wright State.
Well, Wright State's guards got too deep that time. You don't want to get down into the corners and call for the ball. You got to give yourself plenty of room to get open. You know, the other day in the game yesterday, Green Bay came with a full court press and Wright State turned it over. As a guard, you don't want to run to the corners. You want to back up, give yourself plenty of room, and it's all about getting yourself open when the guy taking the ball out of bounds can throw the ball to you. That's the key thing. It's like a quarterback making a pass to a wide receiver. I mean, it's 2 things. The receiver's got to get open, and the passer's got to throw it when he is open. And it's the same way on these out-of-bounds plays under the basket against pressure.
Well, if the Raiders hold on here with a 9-point lead with 35.4 seconds left, they still trail rebounding-wise, and that's a little unusual. They always normally out-rebound their opponents, especially in victories, but they're on a -4 here this afternoon as Holden will inbound. Tanner, he gets it into the right corner to Tim Finke, who's immediately fouled by Claflin with 34.6 seconds left, and the Raiders look to add on to their lead. And Tim Finke with a chance to be the 6th Raider in double figures here this afternoon.
I mean, you mentioned the rebounding. I think that's one of the reasons why Green Bay stayed in the game. I mean, Wright State's out-rebounding their opponents by 10 a game, and Green Bay is getting out-rebounded by their opponents 10 a game, and today they're right there. They're out-rebounded the Raiders by 4. So that's been one of the biggest reasons why they've stayed in this game. That and Amari Davis.
Oh, amazing. And Finke gets them both. He's got 11.
6 players in double figures. I mean, see, that's the kind of balance as a coach you like to see. And when a player has a performance like Amari Davis, you'll take that every single time. But
Anasong misses close range, but he gets it back and puts it in. Green Bay will set up their full court pressure with 21.9 seconds left. It's 86-77 Wright State. Inbounds pass to Trey Calvin. He'll go down to the other free throw line, looking to tack on 2 more for Wright State.
I think most coaches would tell you, I'll take the depth. I'll take the 6 players in double figures over one outstanding performance. But and that's what happened today. Wright State has 6 players in double figures, and Green Bay has the 2, led by Amari Davis, is 35, and P.J. Pipes with 10.
Trey Calvin makes the first of 2 free throws. The sophomore out of Glendale Heights, Illinois, averaging 11 points per game this season. At the free throw line, a 70% shooter, and he's got both of them.
Green Bay's done that this weekend without their second leading scorer, Josh Jefferson. Now, we don't know why he didn't play.
There's a steal by Hall. Hall will take the ball all the way in with a 2-hand slam. Great defense by Jalen Hall with 11 seconds remaining. The Raiders now lead 90-77. Here's Davis. Rises for 3. He misses it. And the rebound picked up by Finke in the backcourt. And that's going to be it. So Wright State with 6 players in double figures sweep the weekend series over the Phoenix of Green Bay. Win today by 13 points. Wright State led by Jalen Hall with 22 points. Tanner Holden with 19. The Raiders shoot just under 51% for the game. And Loudon Love fouling out. He had 15 points and 9 rebounds in this game. Coach Brown, quick thoughts on this game as the Raiders now improve to 4-0 in the league and have a 6-game winning streak. They are 6-1 on the season. Green Bay drops to 0-4 on the season and 0-8 overall.
Well, balanced scoring today by Wright State, overcome a 1-man or 2-man performance by Green Bay, and just great. When you have 6 players in double figures, that's just and that's happened several times. Not 6 players, but 4 or 5 several times this year for Wright State. Just a great performance by them to sweep this series.
Amari Davis sets a career high at Green Bay in his sophomore season. 37 minutes. He scores 35 points, but it wasn't enough. The final score here this afternoon from the Nutter Center, it was Wright State 90 and Green Bay 77. So for Jim Brown, I'm Chris Collins. We say so long from the Nutter Center on the campus of Wright State University. Final score, the Raiders 90 and the Phoenix 77. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.